So you're looking for an apartment to buy. What are the two words you never want to hear? Leaky condo. Hi everybody, welcome back to the Real Justine Priestley channel. I am the Real Justine Priestley, your local realtor with a twist here in the Greater Vancouver area. And in this video, we're going to talk about a housing crisis that occurred in the Lower Mainland that most experts agree was the most expensive crisis that ever happened in BC, and that is the Leaky Condo crisis. The Leaky Condo crisis is an ongoing construction, financial, and legal crisis that actually exists all the way across Canada. The majority of the problems have happened right here in BC, and a lot of it has to do with our climate. Primarily multi-unit strata buildings in the Lower Mainland and on Vancouver Island. Most of the construction occurred between the early 80s and all the way up into the early zeros. The estimates that I came across said that there's been almost $4 billion in damage in over 900 buildings and affecting approximately 31,000 units. Often a California style of construction with a stucco exterior wood frame, maybe 3 or 4 stories tall. California style construction, believe it or not, comes from California. Southern California is a desert. It's a very different climate than here in our beautiful Greater Vancouver area, where we get 45 to 97 inches of rain a year. That's double what they get in London, England. It's triple what they get in Rome, Italy, and it's quadruple or sometimes more than quadruple what they get in LA. We live in a temperate rainforest. It seems obvious that construction would have to be built with that kind of climate in mind. It's wet. It's wet. So they build these buildings, let's say, with basically no roof overhang. They've got no rain screening. If the stucco gets damaged in any way, water gets in. We don't really have a hot season where things can dry out. The apartments, the buildings get mold and they rot and there's water damage, and it's very difficult to repair and very expensive. There was a big housing boom in this part of the world in the 80s and all the way into the 90s, and a lot of companies would come in from other places and build things quite cheaply without realizing the climate they had to stand in. In the news, there were all kinds of stories of people who lost their life savings. I mean, in the 90s, you could buy a condo, say for $90,000. Maybe a year later, you're looking at a $200,000 bill to repair the building. People would just walk away, and that was all the money they had. They just walk away from that huge investment. Believe it or not, there are many units available for sale right now today in Vancouver that are in Leaky Condo buildings. And they say it right there in the listing, in Leaky Condo. But they're very cheap, you can imagine, but no bank will lend you the money to buy that. So some investors with deep pockets, you could pick up a deal if you're willing to invest the money into the building. The buildings can be repaired, and many of them have here in Vancouver. If you were buying into one of those buildings now, you would be able to see all the construction they've done, all the repairs, and the rain screening. By the time the late 90s had come around here in Vancouver, there were many government bodies that were in place and new homeowner protection acts, laws in place to protect home buyers and to regulate the construction workers, the materials they were using, and to approve the designs before the building was built. In 1999, the 2-5-10 rule came into place for new construction. So you've got a 2-year guarantee on materials and labor, a 5-year guarantee on the building envelope, and a 10-year guarantee on structure. Rain screening is commonly used now and can be added to buildings when they're being repaired. So rain screening is a weather-facing surface on the outside of the wall, and then there's a gap in between the moisture-resistant actual wall surface. So water can escape and water can evaporate. One of the takeaways here is that you always want to get a professional property inspection before you buy. Make sure you ask lots of questions, know your building, know your strata, know your neighbors, and get to know a good realtor. Buying a home can be fun and exciting, but it's also risky and a little bit scary. It's a big commitment, so make sure you've crossed all the T's and dotted all the I's. Thanks for watching, everybody. This is The Real Justine Priestley channel, and I am The Real Justine Priestley, your local realtor with a twist here in the Greater Vancouver area. And actually, I wanted to explain why I say realtor with a twist. It's because, I've never really been a normal anything. I've never been a cookie cutter anything. And so I just wanted to be a slightly unique realtor. So I used to be a bartender too for a really long time. So with a twist, it kind of sounds like a drink. And I don't know, I just like it. So I'm your realtor with a twist. And I also wanted to say that my offer is one of help and support. And my invitation is for you to reach out anytime. And also I invite you to smoosh the like. If you want to watch a video about why you need a realtor when you're buying a pre-sale, watch this video right here. See you in the next video. Bye, bye, bye.